And the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia, Davison Fuller, I saw somebody like him or his deputy, and we saw a member from the Ministry of Justice, a representative from the Ministry of Justice, all part of the high level joint security operation that went to brief the Liberian Senate. I went to brief the Liberian Senate. But here is what is very concerning to all of us, and that is what we will want to know. Alexa, during the hearing yesterday, there was a question that was asked by the senator of Riverside County, Senator Bill Twelwe. In his question, he was concerned about a drug suspect who was arrested somewhere in 2024. This same suspect who was arrested was released a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Drug cases, the issue of drugs in this country, narcotic drugs. Any case involving narcotic drug, that case is very serious, and any suspect in that case should understand that your crime is non-buildable. We are being told, and this was included in the question that was asked by Senator Bill Twelwe, one of the persons of interest in this current $19 million case, want Brown. Fine. This Brown guy, it has been reported that Brown was previously involved with another drug case somewhere in 2022 and they're locking up. But we are told that they released him and he went back again and got involved with the new stuff in high inside. In line of that, the question by Senator Twelwe was tailored and saying, how can the men who are in jail before for drug in King Osa, then the same man say how to do? How you managing the prisons? How you guys managing it? That question was asked. We'll provide the answer that was given by the joint security, but that is one thing we want to note. The second thing is, and as I doing the hearing, most of the questions they were asking the DEA director, that Gregory Kumo were running in front of the questions. Most of the questions they were asking the DEA director, by the time the man won't answer,
Paul Crescent, no, relax. I'm going to handle that.
By the time the man won't answer, Gregory Kumo will jump in front of it. Oh, but man, what happened to the DEA? Before the DEA, man, before Biago won't talk, Gregory Kumo will jump there and talk. And I'm like, why is the police director answering or wanting to answer all questions being posted to the DEA boss? Why would you want to do so? And luckily, just as we were concerned about that, the pro tem of the Liberian Senate stepped up. And she said, but Agio, why every time they asking the DEA man, baby, you will jump out and can't talk for him?
He's your child.
Why every time there is a question, being asked regarding the drug issue and the DEA operation, you will jump there and can't be answering for the man. Why? Let him answer your own question. I want you guys to take a listen to some of the things that happened yesterday. The reason why we want to play it because we want you to know how the government treating the drug issue. So that maybe when you hear the way they're going about it, if anybody lying to you out there say the government is serious, or anybody lying to you say the government is serious, you'll be able to judge based on how the things you're listening to. Take a time and listen to this one. Take a time and listen. Okay.
They're almost looking at it as a whole national, syndicate about this case, and it's just time for PR. And the DEA, do you have equipment that screen luggage at the airport for drug?
As of today, zero.
Why?
We made a deficit, and in this budget year, we have funding commitment.
Okay, Elisa and fellow Liberian, listen to Senator what your last name?
Is that a guy from Niba?
Yeah, the Nima Kaneme, Yan Twine.
That's him.
Sorry, I didn't go to school for your name.
No,
Sorry.
that's his name.
Yan Twine.
Yeah.
Okay, Senator Yan Twine. Sorry, Chief. I didn't go to school for your name like that.
Do we get issue?
Let's go to the main issue though. The Nima County Senator asked the DEA commander, and I want you guys to listen. Take your time and listen to it.
So that is an allowance for you. So we have to do that because we ourselves we can't answer the question now. They're almost looking at it as a whole national, syndicate about this case, and it's just bad for PR. And the DEA, do you have equipment that screen luggage at the airport for drug?
As of today, zero.
Why?
We made a deficit, and in this budget year, we have funding commitment.
What is the budget of the DEA?
This year we have $7.5 million.
And how much you got in operation or equipment?
For operational, for operations, for the procurement activity, for example, more equipment we have. I can't say the figure all right with now.
Jesus. Wow. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening? Please, we want all of you to take your time and listen. This is the acting director of the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the officer in charge, Biago, Fejera Biago. Now, I want you to listen. Senator Yan Tower asked him, Mame, what is the budget of the DEA? He says 7 million plus. Can you tell her how much you got in operation and everything? He said he cannot tell now.
Before saying that, he danced around it, trying to answer, trying to figure out what to say, and he failed.
But the way you were even saying
it, very uncertain,
not prepared,
sure.
So I want you to take your time to listen. Then you will know whether the country is serious with the drug issue or they're not serious. Listen to it.
For operational, for operations, for the procurement activity, for example, more equipment we have. I can't say the figure all right with now, but we have funding for procurement of more equipment.
And where are they?
Honorable Senator, can we tell you all about the capacity improvement in subsequent briefing? Because I mean, if we start to disclose it right now, definitely it will.
Mr. Aji.
Okay, all right. So you listening? So when the Nima County Senator asking Biago to provide sensitive information about the DEA operations, Gregory Como jumped there and said, "No, Mr. Senator, can we reschedule the thing for another hearing?"
He was not even asked.
They were. I mean, the senators were asking the DEA boss. The question was not about the LMP. So if the DEA boss is not trained, if he is not competent, if he is not qualified to answer common question for senator,
imagine
that Greg will have to go jump in between and say, "Look, please, if the member not answer." Greg will almost like a lawyer to the DEA boss. You know when you carry a lawyer somewhere for hearing?
Yeah.
If you want to answer some kind of question, the lawyer can say, "No, my client refused not to." I mean, my client will choose not to answer the question.
Yeah, you could plead the faith because
you
don't want to say something else that might put you in trouble.
Yeah, my client will choose not to answer. My client refuses to answer. How the both of you are heading, how you call this thing, key institutions in the joint security sector of our country.
For LMP and this guy.
You run the affairs of the LMP. They were asking the DEA man, what is the situation? And he said, no. The justice minister was the one who's supposed to say, the justice ministry representative who was present during the hearing was the person who had that authority. Where one of the heads of the entities wanted to talk to say, "Look, excuse me, for now, director of police, don't talk that one. Mr. Senator will revert to you in executive this. But another head of another thing, the other head of entities don't give update on your institution. It's almost like Greg is running both the DEA and the LMP.
And he's now dictating to the Senate when it is supposed to act.
That's what it is. The LaBrimpo call you and you say this and that. What is covert about you telling us whether you have received your budgetary appropriations, whether there were allotments for what was appropriated in the budget for you? What is wrong? That you got to go to executive. The minister our budget is, the approved budget was $7+ million. The senator went back to ask, how much of the $700+ million, how much of the $7+ million that you have received in operation? And Greg Okumo said the man will not answer.
As though they were asking NSA.
They were not even asking him. He said the man should not answer. What are they hiding? But Alexa, that's not the point. When you listen to this, what came to your mind, Alexa, before we start to ask the LaBrimpo? Just listen to Biago.
Year we have a funding commitment.
What is the budget of the DA? So that is an allowance for you. So we have to do that because we ourselves we can't answer any question now. They're almost looking at it as a whole national, syndicate about this case, and it's just time for PR. And the DA, do you have equipment that screen luggage at the airport for drug?
And there's a question I want you to take your time and listen to. Do you have equipment at the airport for the DEA that can screen drugs? Listen to the man answer negative. 0.
As of today, 0.
Why?
We met a deficit, and in this budget year, we have a funding commitment.
You heard him? He said, as of yesterday, 0. Meaning they don't have common calculator to the airport where I can see drugs and say that drug in a person bag. Then he said they met a deficit. He met a deficit at the DEA budget. What that means in a layman term is that the money where the government said they was going to give DEA for the previous budget years, they have not been able to give that money to the DEA. So that was a situation of deficit at the level of the DEA, budgetary appropriations. So what was approved for them, they did not get it. You tell your woman, say you get $10 US to go to the market. That's what you agree on. Every day I'll get $10 US. The woman come from to the children's school. She go to the house, check under the cover for the market money. She go see the money, the 500 LD instead of $10 US. So if she was going to cook palmetto rice with the $10 US, the 500 LD, what would she do, Alexa? That dry rice.
Mm-hmm.
That dry rice, the rice with the oil and the ketchup. That's what she will fix. Because there is a deficit. What she's supposed to get, she did not get it. So the DEA is telling the LaBrimpo people through the Senate that we do not have one mission to that airport that's supposed to arrest drugs. This is year 3 of Joe Baka's presidency. Alexa, this is the 3rd year of President Baka's presidency. You remember what Joe Baka did when he became president on the drug issue?
Oh, yeah. And how far would that in fact?
We not ask him.
How far?
No, the LaBrimpo did not ask President Baka.
It was a whole big show.
They didn't ask him. They didn't ask him to do anything about drugs. They didn't ask him to go do drug tests.
Are they still doing that?
From where?
You see?
He himself woke up and brought camera and said he was taking drug tests. Jeremiah couldn't follow him to go do drug tests.
And they even said public officials should.
And they demanded a public official go take drug tests. Not even more than 4% of the total public officials in the country did how they call the thing, a drug test.
Yeah.
Now, on what basis were you promised? You understand it? You promised that you will fight drugs. When you guys were campaigning, you made it appear like the WIA administration did not have any policy on drugs. Although The strong drug law that we have on the book today was passed under the Weah administration through the help of Representative Thomas Alexander Gosra of Grand Bassa County. It was passed by the House. The president did not keep it on his desk. He approved it. President Barack came to power. In fact, prior to becoming president, he campaigned against drugs. Oh, Joey, they ain't doing well with the drug business. CDC government ain't doing nothing with the drug business. The drug. You made drug a serious issue. You came to power and started taking drug tests all around here. What does that mean? It was a message you were sending to the Liberian people that you are serious about the fight against drug, Elisa. Mm-hmm. When President Baga and Kun were doing drug tests, they were only trying to tell you and I that they are serious about fighting drugs. Now, how come the government is so serious about fighting drugs?
So this was 2023.
Mm-hmm. July 15, 2023. President Weah signs drug bill into law. And that's how I read part of it. Later on, you read it. Mm-hmm. But I want us to go to this question I was asked by the Nima County Senator to the DEA boss. Why would a government that came to power and the president started taking drug tests on camera to show say he's serious about fighting drugs? Why would that government be in power for 3 years and the government is telling us that not a single, and I repeat, and our government is telling us that not a single equipment is up there? Not a single equipment is up there? Why? Why would you do that? So the president was not serious when he was taking the test? No. So the president was not intentional about the fight against drug when you were demonstrating and taking drug tests on Facebook? Because the essence of you going to take drug tests live on Facebook is to ensure that your government policy, and we did in school, you will always go through the governmental courses. Mm-hmm. Government policies and programs are often tailored in the government budget. You can have all of the programs and the policies you want to have as a government. If those policies and programs are not embedded in the national budget, they become policy and programs on paper. Because the budget is that framework that is supposed to drive the implementation of whatever policy and programs that you will adopt as a government. I need not to say this because those who in power are supposed to know book. In fact, they are educated people, rather. So, how come the president is announcing a zero tolerance policy on drugs by demonstrating his desire to taking drug tests on Facebook Live? But he's unable to ensure that the requisite authority that is supposed to fight drugs be given what is approved in the budget. It doesn't show leadership in the fight against drug. Two things could either be happening. Number one, that the government is deliberately, intentionally, maliciously depriving the DEA of the requisite requirement because some folks in government are connected to the drug cartel, and that's why they do not want the DEA to be so sophisticated in a way that they will track the influx of drugs in the country. Number one. Number two, the government could just be acting that they're serious, but they are not serious about the drug issue. I'll go again. Two things happening. Two things happening. How come the president who said he will fight drugs at all costs, who even went to the extent of taking drug tests on Facebook, how come we are here sitting in the country? How come we're sitting in the country? And interestingly, the DEA is telling us that there is no single equipment at the airport to track drug. And that's what I'm saying. Two things could be the reason. Two things could be the underlying reason. One of the reasons could be the government is deliberately deciding to underfund the DEA because somebody in government or some group of people in government or somebody influential in government is benefiting from the drug trade, for which they do not intend to empower the DEA so that the DEA becomes so sophisticated enough to track drugs entering the country. Number two, either the president's demonstration of taking drug tests on Facebook, which was accompanied by the vice president and other key members of the government, either it was an issue of showmanship. The book people will call it filibustery. They were not serious. Maybe they were lying to the people that they were serious. These are the two things that could be happening. Because I still do not understand. Why will a government that is claiming to fight drugs be operating for 3 years and the DEA boss is telling you and I that he doesn't have one single machine at the RIA to track drug? This is conspiracy. I don't see that to be government weakness. I see that to be intentional on the part of the government. And that's why the senator said, what?
That is an allowance for you. So we have to do that because we ourselves we can't answer any question now. They're almost looking at it as a whole national, syndicate about this case, and it's just bad for PR. And the DEA, do you have equipment that screen luggage at the airport for drugs?
Do you have equipment that screen luggage at the airport for drugs? The DEA, that's the question they were asking.
As of today, 0.
Why?
We met a deficit, and in this budget year, we have a funding commitment.
Did you?
Process
What is the budget of the DEA?
This year we have $7.5 million.
Okay.
Operation or equipment?
For operational, for operations, for the procurement activity, for example, money equipment we have. I can't say the figure all right now, but we have funding for procurement of money equipment.
And where are they? Can we?
Okay. Then you see, why he was trying to answer the question, Gregor Como went and interrupted him. And so I saying, oh, when I was saying, again, Alexa.
Now you did ask.
They didn't ask him.
Yeah.
They didn't ask him.
Because, I mean, they didn't ask me as much as the entire joint security was called. You were not asked. That was a question posed
to the LDA
exactly
acting head.
So it is upon him to answer every question asked. If he didn't know how to, or if he didn't have any answers, I mean, there are other ways to go about it. So then you had the official spokesperson.
So listen to the interaction right there. Listen to it.
You want it about the capacity improvement in subsequent period because I mean if we start to disclose it right now, definitely
this is shocking for me that we actually fighting the war on drugs with bare hands.
That's what the senator said. He said this is shocking to me that we are fighting war, on drugs with bare hands, because the president said he was serious about drugs. In fact, that's the reason why President Braga took drug tests on Facebook. So how you take drug tests on Facebook and your government cannot fund the DEA adequately? It means you are not intentional about it. I mean, how is this a big thing for people not to want to hear? And almost like one man said now in the community, Alexa, and in passing around, education is the best thing. A group of children to be educated. But when you get money, when you pay, instead of paying your children school fees, all they get in the community and go buy them beer because you want order them. When the money finish, your children are in school. But after 2-3 minutes, when they get in to talk anywhere, you open your mouth, education is the best thing. You go send your children to school. Anytime you got money, you go drinking juice. That is a practical example here. The government is saying we see drug as a national crisis. Our focus is to ensure that drug is fought to the letter. The thing you say you see as a priority, you are not paying money towards it. Is it actually a priority to you? It's not a priority to you. When you get money, what do? You place it among your important needs. That's why the senator was shocked. Senator Yanta, he was shocked. He said, but wait now, how are we fighting the drugs? How are we fighting the drugs?
Can we tell you about the capacity improvement in subsequent briefing? Because I mean, if we start to disclose it right now, definitely
Mr. Haji, this is shocking to me that we actually fighting the war on drugs with bare hands and just relying on bare suspicion. Oh, is it man here? Is it he got something here? Come here.
But Senator, doesn't even have the office in the airport.
Why? Who's stopping the DA from having an office in the airport?
All right. Can you imagine? And that's why that was on. Gregory Cuomo went ahead and started saying the DA not even get office in the... Who are you to be giving update on behalf of the DA? The DA boss is sitting there right there and you talking to the DA not get office to the airport. Why is Gregory Cuomo always running to answer questions that were directed to the DA? Why?
So let me tell you what I think. Right?
Yeah.
let me tell you what I think. Number one, I think the OIC was somehow frightened.
Frightened?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's in context. Because he is frightened. I think he was frightened in the sense that he was very careful as to what to say. Like maybe something has happened and then we have a whole clique of people.
Oh, yeah?
Oliver is there, Alexa is there, Adjom is there. But then we have discussed prior to going that whatever question you are asked, this is how
you should
answer. Then you go there and then they didn't ask the question that probably you thought, they
would have asked.
Exactly. So now you're just there and you're still trying to be careful, but then you're frightened because you don't know how to answer that, not to get on the nerves of your friends. So you want to be extra careful. Then you have Oliver, who is the spokesperson, very vibrant, and he understands one or two things about the script, the book. So he said, don't worry. I don't take the whole thing and I'll make it that way. And that's a part of it.
Good.
Another thing is the way he answered the first question. He didn't give you a lot of thoughts because they asked you, do you have anything there where you could scan to be able to, know if you have any drugs or whatever it is?
He said no.
Yeah. That was just like, pam.
Zero.
No thoughts.
The message zero.
Zero.
Zero. It means zero. It means to that airport you can come with 10.
Exactly.
So what are they using to the airport now to know what that drugs coming? Zangale Goa? What are you guys using? Zangale Goa?
The spiritual means.
That's Zegeya using Zangale Goa to know what a drug in the suitcase? No, but why? This is not funny. That's why I said two things happening. Either the government is intentionally, maliciously, and diabolically deciding to underfund the DEA because there are few individuals at the echelon of power who are interested and heavily involved in the drug trade for which they do not want to pay attention to funding the DEA adequately. That's number one. Or it could be that the government is pretending to take drugs seriously when in fact they don't.
But in fact, how much is it what they're asking for?
No, they have a budget of $7 million.
Yeah. So just for that particular thing, because the senator asked about operational,
Yeah. So their whole budget, including their salary, lubricant for the vehicles and this office rental, all the other different stuff, $7 million. In that $7 million, how much is there for operational costs in terms of equipment? When they asked him for a while, how much there for operational costs, he couldn't answer.
So how?
It was a question you were about to answer on Greg Kumonte. He said, "Well, man, don't talk." Because Senator will not talk. Yeah.
So Greg like who now?
So it shows that the government is not serious. When we say it, they get vexed.
Mr. President had a whole in fact that entire week you had a whole person worship group on social media.
The president take drug test. The president take drug in zero. This and that. Yeah. So after all the drug tests, you take drug tests and you cannot fund common machine. This is the 10th year of the presidency.
And they want LDA and I get plenty of water. Every day new people go in there.
The last time but look, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now I am compelled and constrained rather to believe what the Nigerian prophet said about this government. That the government is confused. No, why am I saying so? weren't you here when the DEA started parading with over 30 vehicles, 30 pickups?
Yeah. Yeah.
All of you listening to the radio. Yeah.
That was a big thing.
And y'all, yeah, in our library English. And y'all, yeah, when the DEA started moving around with 15 pickups. So you did not even have one single machine to the airport to detect the arrival of drugs, but you bought pickups. If you are not confused, what is it? If that is not confusion, what is it? The place the drugs can pass to come to the country before our children start smoking it, or in the cemetery. You don't have machine there. You don't have equipment there to detect that drug is entering. You don't have equipment to the port to detect that drug is entering. But you bought pickups. You bought pickups all around here. And the only thing you do with the pickup is to put people cheering who are victims in the pickup. You go to one community, you ransack the neighborhood, you put people cheering in there, you beat them. But you are not concerned about how the drugs entering. You are only concerned about beating people, putting them in pickup.
People are taking it. How they will take it when they did not hear?
How would they take it when they're not coming? You refuse to address on how it coming to the country, but you were focused on buying pickup to beat people who taking it. In 3 years, the some people government able to put anything to the airport that will detect drug arriving. I mean, this is unacceptable. I don't know how do we explain this to the people who want to take Liberia serious. How do we do that? That the government said the serious about fighting drugs, but the government ain't got one machine to the airport to detect drug arriving. And every time a question was posed,
the newest spokesperson answered.
The police director became the spokesperson for the DEA,
right?
Mm-hmm. Before we go back to the audio,
and I think also that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful because this new OIC, in as much as it came from the ankle of the police, I'm even told he still goes there and does his whatever he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true that is, but yeah. In as much as he is from there, now this man has gone somewhere else.
Head of entity.
Exactly. He is not your deputy. No. You guys do not work in the same at about this moment. And at about that moment that the question was being asked. It was not about you. It was not about LMP.
And there's a whole lot of suspicion.
That was a question posed to someone who is now heading temporarily, probably,
and someone was like, what?
The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency that is responsible.
It is not a statutory responsibility of the LMP to investigate drug matters.
It is not.
The DEA is clear with the authority to look into drug-related issues.
That is your responsibility.
So the DEA man should have answered all of the questions.
So every question that was asked, every question that was directed to him, he should have answered. But you just went ahead and answered as though that man is a kid, he's a little child, he doesn't know what he is doing, and you were there to guide and protect him.
The good thing was, Yomli Kanga Lauren, the Senate Pro Tem, she noticed it. She said, "No, but the whole thing are going in correct me. We gotta bring Grant to order. Listen to it."
These are all the lapses now that we are seeing from this particular.
Okay, so you see it? So saying that the Lord then started yelling. He said, but why did RG just answering all the questions?
And I actually
who's stopping the DA for having an office in the airport? These are all the lapses now that we are seeing from this particular.
You hearing it?
Their question not joint security thing.
All the questions they were asking the DEA man, but the police director kept interfering and answering.
And that
is why critics are saying, why is the director of police so involved? Why bother doing juba to answer DEA question?
Wait, it's not.
The police is not the first responder yet. The police is not the first responder yet. The police can only serve as a backup when the DEA go raid, and maybe the guys who doing the job, they get some kind of gun and thing, and they won't be retaliating, right? The DEA can cover backup.
You ask for help.
PSU man will go there with a long range, and the PSU man again make it. We send for the AFL, right? So you are only a backup here. You are not dealing with a drug hand to hand. You are not trained to handle drugs. Gregor Como and men were never trained to handle drugs.
That's not your area.
At the police training academy, the DA officers who go there for training, they go there specifically for training in drug combat. Why was he answering all the questions? Why the RG answering all the questions? She took call in the order because I think you're doing or becoming unbecoming.
Man, yeah, you got something in there. Come here. But Senator, yeah, doesn't he have an office in the airport? Why? Who's stopping the DA from having an office in the airport? These are all the lapses now that we are seeing from this particular issue.
Yeah. Why the argument between the DA? You know, Senator. Yeah, I want to say the man of my man. Senator, remember? Yeah, you say? Yeah, the man of my man.
Okay, my sister.
Even though you can be the LEC, off and on, but he was man. The question was very strategic. Why the RG man just answering for the DA man? There was something behind it. Because any son man who in a hall will automatically say, "Well, you are not the principal, how to call the thing, authority." In this case, that drug related thing we're talking about. It's not armed robbery. There is a robbery case, and Alexa, then the DA man get their whole day. When Greg Goodman want to, then you go there and you be explaining, say, no, Greg, let me say all I want.
I tell you the thing, you won't believe me.
Why is it happening that way?
Oh, I see now know how to talk. They say, just hold your hat.
Why is it happening that way?
Asking a question that will be rehearsed. Probably.
Is Greg both the Inspector General for Police and Director for DEA? If that is the case, then you just tell, let no say Joe Baka government, one person can be two. Can be over two in the test. Because you can't have Biago there while he is sending, and Biago too are looking kind of embarrassed. But again, let's raise a particular salient point. Another point to that could be, look, hey, Biago could be like, gentlemen, me I know what I know. And I come into anything here, down from my mom, you come in, no say TD get better.
Pure. that's exactly what I said.
Good.
Right? That's what I meant.
So, Biago, Biago say, you know what? They think, I already know the true inside.
He's frightened.
They think I know the true inside. And I come and say anything here, when the people come and tie me on it. Enough of my mouth, there are people that will know who get TD better. So, I will not talk. And maybe that one Biago, by the time I ask the question, Biago will just be japping. He won't talk.
He's too
so by the time Greg can say, as soon as Greg start talking, like Biago can say on your hat, he can say, okay, yeah, that you're the one who talking. That you know what you're doing. You're one talking. No, but come on, somebody could deduce that. Somebody could just look at it and say, "Look, but this could be what happening."
Everybody, not everybody, almost everybody.
Everybody were in the hall to the point where Delon himself.
Why is the IG?
And you know in the Delon, you know in the Delon. I mean,
your photo play too. You know.
Forget photo play. You mean a street smart. Eh? You remember what Tifa said? He said, "What Tifa told Rejekun? He said, going to school now. You gotta be street smart." So the Delon is street smart. So they don't monitor the whole operation for long. He just monitor the man on the table for long. He said, but they didn't nonsense, man. I got to post up to it. Mr. Senator, why is the IG sorry for the DA, man? Because any son, man, in a hearing would understand you will suspect something. You suspect something.
But on a more serious note,
yeah,
you actually raised the points, and that's what I would like to talk about just for a few seconds. You said something about from the beginning, Mr. Boakai made this like it was an intentional fight.
That's it,
right? And at that moment, we talked about it shortly on the social
media.
Doing
protests.
You had a lot, exactly. You had government officials. You even had some senators, if I'm not mistaken.
Some senators went to do protests.
You even had some of them. They weren't here and they did what was needed at that point because that was the trend. The president had done it. So the vice president followed. Every other person was like, hey, we think we need to follow too. That was the first step. And Liberians started asking questions, I think a week or so later, but what's up? We're not getting a new update. And I'm saying, to be more serious, if the president were serious about fighting drugs in the country, knowing the fact that this was one of the pillars of his campaign. And about this point in time, the Senate will not be asking questions about whether they have, something there to detect, any drug coming in the country or going out of the country.
Because it is a
They're
priority.
really asking that. At this point in time, we will be discussing maybe new updates, new developments that we no longer have kush in the country. We are not even talking about, 19 point some more million US dollars consignment of cocaine in the country. We'll not be having that conversation. But it also seems like that was a pragmatic spree. You just come like this, woo. As soon as Liberians see, they'll be like, oh, the man is already working, so no need. So you start it and then you end, but then you don't actually mean it. So it is all pretense. You're being pretentious. Very, very. So this whole drug thing, we're not to be discussing this. And now the man saying, yeah, three, you don't have anything to detect.
Somebody sent me the video of President
Right.
Baga doing drug tests.
Thank you so much. We need it.
They already sent me the video. Somebody just sent me the video. Can you
And the disappointment is this is something that had Liberians crying. The mothers, the fathers, all of them. And some of the people who actually voted Joseph Boakai as Liberia's president, that he sits at the presidency today. Some of the reasons, one of it will be this whole thing about drugs. Mothers cried. And based on the message, the propaganda, the narratives pushed out there before President Boakai became president, obviously, you know that this president would have taken this way more seriously. So you had people with huge expectations that when Mr. Boakai gets in office, one of the first things he is going to focus on will be fighting drugs. But here we are. It has been over, I don't know how many days. We're still here on the 19 point something million, cocaine. And we don't know where we are. Yesterday, again, you had the IG, you had, the new OIC, and the entire joint security. You had them there. They're asking questions. Someone is saying to a senator, you're talking loosely. People are on the defensive. People are being combative. And it is not helping this situation. It is not helping this situation. It makes it worse.
Right.
And it makes it like you guys are still making fun of Liberians. Because if an OIC of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency is unable to answer simple questions, not even about the $19.2 million drugs, they're just asking him about his own operational budget. He is unable to answer that particular question. Imagine when the questions about why the people in why you're not arresting, how is he going to be able to explain then? So something is in the air, and it seems like some people are not getting that. Some people are still there. They are being insensitive because they think this is still politics. It is not politics. But then people are trying to play politics with this. The names are being called, the names that are being mentioned, the fingers that are being pointed even to some of the highest offices in the country. That should make this president, this OIC, very serious to investigate independently and to have the people who are involved brought to book. Because if that is not done, I don't care about your reputation. I care about my reputation. But this is about our country. This is about Liberia. And you do not have Liberia as your surname. Your name is not John Liberia. No. Your name is not on the deed. No. This is about our country. This is about the young people of this country. So if you keep making fun and you think that we're just going to sit here and be like, okay, let's forget about that. We have been on this for a very long time. Oliver is not backing down. And surprisingly, I know you guys are asking, but why the people in the hotel just talking about Joe Bennett? You know, yeah, boy, go further in the sea. But we're still going to ask the questions we need to ask.
Yeah.
If you have the IG of police jumping in from OIC to answer a small question about just the airport in Benin, and the OIC too, he is not being thoughtful to give an answer about what do you have, and just say no, zero. It means something is wrong. You did not. Maybe you may be new there as the OIC, but the LD under Mr. Boakai, it has been here since Mr. Boakai took office. Mr. Boakai appointed people, not the first time, not the second time. LDA has had different people coming in, going out like it is a church, where every day you have new members visiting. And you have Biako there, and they're asking you questions, and you're sitting as though you're a little boy. You are not. You're a very serious man. You've been in this country. People know you. You've been around. So you should be able to handle these questions. Because the real question about the jobs when they coming. And you say over the weekend, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. So the weekend begins tomorrow. Friday, Saturday, and that's that. Sunday, you have a new week, even though people are going to go to church. Monday, work week begins. We are waiting to see what exactly that is going to be. But the bottom line here is Mr. President seems not to be really, really, really into fighting drugs as per his promise prior to his, ascendancy to the presidency. Mr. Boakai talked about drugs with it. All the other people in it. Somebody putting out a minister, assistant ministers, and you guys are there making fun of people when Mr. Boakai is to tell his lieutenants that, hey, this was one of the pillars of my campaign, and now I'm president of the country. This is an opportunity to prove to Liberians that I am here to rescue this country. But we are just discussing a sector. We are not discussing all sectors. We are discussing a sector. We are discussing an incident that happened in June. Now we're in July. We're still here. No new updates, even though you have fingers pointed at the first family, second family. So if you guys cannot work beyond everything else to prove that this was independently investigated, and you have people with, substantial pieces of evidence, yet you're talking about drivers, you're talking about one Ruth, you're talking about Emmanuel Zinho, it is a problem. And we're still here. I know we are fighting with Canada, about DA Bene. My very good friend, AB Koma, he was there. We know what happened. And it was all around the country, even out of here. And we have another one again. So I think Oliver's point, about the drug test, I just wanted to point that out and just climax it with the president's own plan to fight drugs in the country, because there's nothing here. Every day we get new consignment, we get new type. Today you get new color of drugs, solar panel, a spark and die, zombie. We not see plenty in since LD under Mr. Boakai. So you don't spoil it one again, big you.
Look, let me say this to the people. The government should stop joking with us here. This morning at the cabinet meeting, when the president was talking about the drug issue, there is a video on Facebook. It's all over. You'll see Biago facial composition.
If you can read body language.
Let me tell you something. And that's why I told Biago yesterday on my post. I did a post yesterday on Facebook. And I told Biago, I said, look, you're a young man. Forget about whatever happening around you. I know people telling you stuff. Oh man, we in it.
So you get a long way to go.
Don't play with all.
We get a few more years here. Don't mess it up.
Down here, you come and do your hero thing.
This could cost us our election.
Thank you. The Bible are grateful to you. You are sitting down there to LMP doing HR record. And everybody, may you acting head. Don't pay evil for good. I know you're hearing all the audio necessary things. I know they're telling you it. No, I mean sometimes sometimes when you're in the kind of position, you need help. And I hope Mr. Biago is listening. The Biago that I saw yesterday at the Liberian Senate, the Biago that I saw this morning at the cabinet meeting, he's disturbed. He's bothered. If this was America or other places, I would be recommending that the counselors, how do we call them? The therapeutic, folks.
Yeah, therapists.
They go there and do some psychosocial counseling yes. and provide other therapeutic assistance to him.
Someone would need that.
Because he doesn't look okay. The man's under pressure. I want you saying that's why they kill somebody. Gentlemen, who care the party say, man? You see all, but please. Or maybe you know who killed the party. Maybe you were in the bush or in the pantry, you saw your uncle killing somebody. How do you come outside to talk it? When you talk it, your uncle will give you in trouble.
It's a family beneath.
Your whole family will say, but you police, why you can't expose your own uncle?
You betray the family.
And you know, you betray the family. The whole family will start looking at you as a wicked man.
Yeah.
But when you keep the information in your heart, every time you go to sleep, you see the thing. Oh no, boy, you are the one who came here.
You're having nightmares.
You know, thank you. But you are the one. Why you killing me? In that kind of state, you are disturbed. And so anytime the discussion say, oh, the leg went missing since 5 days ago, you know say that your uncle killed it. You know that your uncle killed the leg, and you know, but you can't talk it. So anytime they mention you are disturbed. Anytime they mention you are disturbed. I may be wrong. And I'm saying this.
And that's why you have the benefit of the doubt to prove to us.
I may be wrong. But the way Biago is, I mean, the way we see his body language in public. Look at the morning. This morning to the cabinet meeting. When the president was talking, you're thinking about draw is a serious thing. This and this. I mean, Biago like, you know, Biago just rubbing your hand in your face like
the pressure now. You see,
Biago like, what kind of team we are, my people? Why are we acting like that to ourselves? Why we know the thing? What we know, then we. What kind of? I'm a resign. I should not resign.
You're not resigning.
I should say that I should just walk to the men who doing that thing and put handcuff on there and bring them to the president and say, ladies and gentlemen, these are the buggers. I should do this. That was the Biago that I saw in the video this morning. I don't know where he is. I don't know if somebody around listening can carry the radio to him. But the Biago that I saw, what I can tell from the video, from the way he was doing, go watch the video, Alexa. You're seeing that they're doing your hand there. You are picking in your nose. You know, the president talking, the whole while the president was talking, you're just rubbing your hand in your face, That was a disturbed man. He was disturbed, confused.
He's tired. Maybe he has not slept in days.
By the way, he's fed up. Because every move you want to make, my man, I hope you now want to do something different. My man, I hold you in line with what.
You're restless, like.
My man, I hold you in line with what you want.
So guess what? You're going to have people watching you because you're gonna have freedom. Maybe you might want to say something. They'll be like, no, let me be honest. So when you look, you see one of the guys, you'd be like, oh my God, what's happening?
Look, the man that I saw this morning, I mean, you're sorry. I may be wrong.
Yeah, you may be.
I may be wrong. And I'm not big to acknowledge that I may be wrong. But the Biago, except there is something, like Alexa said, beyond reasonable doubt that will prove that it is not what happening to him. But that man is tense. He's stressed. He needs help. In a serious country, the best therapist, the best psychosocial counselors will be around him. I mean, a country where you can interfere with investigation. Alexa? A serious country where people not calling say you.
A country that prioritizes the principle of confidentiality.
Thank you.
Because whatever you tell your therapist, someone else will go there go break the news.
A country where nobody will tell you that the baby interest you, that the woman interest you. That Biago man looking at that man look at somebody who every 5 minutes people tell him, my man, behave yourself. My man, and all kind of thing. Your heart, look, if you're a good guy and people want to make you bad, that's the kind of mood you wear. It can't hide from your face. Go watch the video of Biago in the Senate. Go watch the video this morning of Biago in the, how to call it thing, in the cabinet meeting. He doesn't look okay. This man is stressed. He's under pressure. What? I mean, I may be wrong, but if it is the case, Mr. Biago, you do not have to go through all that trauma. You do not have to go through all that trauma. Your health is paramount. Your peace of mind is precious.
While you're on that, remember Liberians are also back here waiting for results. Remember,
Liberians on results.
So that's where.
For how long will they keep telling you? Say, for how long will they continue to suppress the thing you want to do? Because I know you now. I know what's happening. The DA is on top of that whole thing. Nothing is a whole question that the DA ever sent the DA even knowing what's up. All the delay tactic that just to keep twisting, delaying, thinking that the more it takes, the more Liberians will start to forget, and by the time you know it, they finish sweeping it on the carpet. But we ain't letting it go.
For the first time.
For the first time in the history of the country, we will not let it go.
For the first time, Liberians are on this. Like,
and every day if we give a chance, we will talk it.
Of course.
Until we can know the truth. Nothing else but the truth. The honest truth. I mean, how you sit down in a place and we run in the country like this, Mr. Biago? You didn't look good at the cabinet meeting. I hope you're listening. If you're not listening, I hope your family members will listen to the radio and call you and say, Uncle, KOK said something, and we went to watch the video and we saw the video. The way you are looking, Uncle, do you know something that we do not know? Uncle, please save yourself from anything. I know the cartel can be damning. The cartel can be so damning, you know. I mean, they, at all costs, they won't get what they won't get. But you cannot kill yourself for it. You know, you cannot allow your conscience to keep beating you up for it. If you know who the real culprits are and people are telling you, hey, two things you can do. Go to the intense and look, gentlemen, I beg you. I will not call your name, but let me resign. It is good for your integrity. It is good for your profession. Since it is not a safe environment, you can resign. But to keep holding on the job, when in fact you know what's up, and I may be wrong. In fact, you know what's up, and you do not have the chance to say what's up, because somebody somewhere, or group of people somewhere telling you don't say what's up. That by itself is self-torture. Because how are you playing on your mind? In the night you wake up, you know who they. You already know that that's our brother Bucky here. You know that Austin got our brother Kenny here. You know that Kyo getting brought the car. You know it. But in the morning you gotta go turn around and say, oh, the car was brought by Cruzo. And we are still investigating what that roof there. You know the real immobiliary name behind your head, but you are being forced to call Yama names, car loader names, when you know the real owners. I mean, that is, I may be wrong, but the Biago I saw, I think that is what he's going through. You gotta stop. Yeah, you gotta stop. If you need help, the embassy is right here. If you need help, the embassy is right here. Biago, join your car one day and run to the embassy and tell the ambassador, say, Mr. Ambassador, please tell the U.S. Marine to protect me. My family living in Dubai Road. I don't want any car off you. You go bring it. I know that who they bring the job, but they said they won't kill me. The ambassador will put you in chapel and carry you somewhere in America and put you there. They can't touch you. It's better off that way. But you swore an oath to protect this country. You swore an oath to be a law enforcement officer who will protect life and properties. I am not 100% sure that is what you're going through, but from what I saw, from the pictures that I saw this morning and yesterday, you don't look, I mean, you don't look relaxed. It's understandable that a man in your position will not be that relaxed, but the consistency in you being so sad, and you know, it's not how you looking. When you tell me how you looking, which I doubt, and then I want a different thing. But look at the money. Imagine rubbing your hair in your face. As the president talking, rubbing your hair in your face, rubbing your elbow, rubbing your hair in your face. Yeah, I want to say something. I want to say something. Well, you will live for here to say.
When you say my other house said this, when you were small.
My house said, my other house said, my talk.
Try it. You're not getting hot again.
Yeah, my house said, my talk. My other house said, my talk. Apparently, that's the situation he's going through, and this is wrong. Look at some of the things that are happening. We're going to go to the lines quickly. Eh? Let's play it for you to end. Huh? Yeah, listen.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a question one day. So, you can refer to whoever you want. Yeah, and I can refer. And look at Mr. DA Plus. How much do you have in the current budget for equipment? And what is stopping you from buying new equipment? I can't give the people rightly, but they are funding in the budget for equipment, like a name small equipment, and the procurement process is going currently and coming. This budget that we approve approved for this year that gone 6 months now. You have money in the budget for equipment that you don't have. Yeah, but the procurement process is not good. What is the procurement process? So most of the equipment is not in country. So that we oversee procurement. That is cannot the full body cannot the bank cannot. In 6 months. Yeah, since the budget was passed. And don't tell me that the PPCC, you doing that, you could run for no objection. And those are the reasons why there is allowance in the PPCC law for these kind of things. We can highly, needed equipment for fighting drug too. That one we put no objection in the law. It should be like, since you get it. You put somebody on the plane, you ask for no objection, put somebody on the plane, go and get it and put it on the plane and bring it. So I don't know. So explain that process to me, because this is the larger problem we're dealing with here. If we deal with $100 million, $90 million drug issue, people get charged, go to court, I know your job is done. But what happens? There are more than we don't know.
Okay. There are more than we don't know. Yeah, there are more than what we do not know. Wow. Jesus.
But I think I will soon be leaving, guys. I don't know why I'm announcing that. I will soon be leaving.
Can't listen to Justice Minister. The Justice Ministry.
Yeah, so play his, and after that I will say what I want to say.
The Ministry of Justice. They say they can't give reason why the 19 billion suspects are not arrested.
What kind of funny country? Yeah.
Listen to it. Listen to it.
But minister should tell us clearly whether in this case, in this instance, these suspects should be arrested in accordance with the law, in accordance with the drug law that says it should not be available.
Thank you.
That has been our argument.
Now, the senators asked the joint security.
At the time for
y'all say y'all got suspects. Because they told the Senate that they got suspects. Mm-hmm. Senator Yomikan Lauren asks, and by the way, she's a pro tem, she asks, why are these suspects not arrested and serving pre-trial detention in accordance with the drug law that was passed in 2023 by the WIA administration?
Non-bearable offense.
That law said, by the time the man said you involved with drugs, you luckily in prison.
Until investigation is finished, and then you go to...
You got right to hire a lawyer who would demand that your case be expedited, mm-hmm, to ascertain your direct involvement, and if not, your case be dismissed, then you can go home. But until then, they also say once you are a suspect, once the country decide to place you on that list as a drug suspect, you're going to jail, you're lacking it. So young people are asking, why up to now, they may know why you're not arresting nobody yet. A justice ministry can't give reasons why a suspect is not arrested yet, but they say they got suspect. They say they got person of interest. The president now suspends somebody from their job. To reach the point where you suspend somebody from the job and the person is not a suspect?
Just a person of interest.
You suspend somebody from the job. You suspend somebody from their position, from their government position. But the person is not a person of, he's now a suspect. Somebody explain that to us. That's what you and the other people we're concerned about.
Thank you, madam. You have to tell us clearly. You are here as the Justice Minister. Thank you, honorable senators. What I was saying is that we've had instances of 100 million worth of drugs in Nigeria. We've also had instances of 50 million, and now we have instances of 19 million.
Correct.
What we want to do is to ensure, because the investigation is going on. Should the suspects be arrested now in accordance with that law? We want you to tell us exactly what should be the case.
Don't be explaining anything why we don't know. You won't be passing around before you come tomorrow. Tell us, they suspected what you got. You arrested them or not? No. In line with the drug law.
In accordance with that law. Honorable President, we may be under custody while they're being investigated. That is the question I want the minister to answer. The ministry to answer. You represent the Ministry of Justice. Honorable Senators, we're begging for a little bit time. When we came earlier,
no, they did not ask you whether you're begging for time or not. The law says if an individual is supposed to be a suspect or is suspect, that person should be in custody of the law until proven guilty or not.
I know what's happening here.
Okay, Elisha, you hearing it?
Liberia is now running a reality TV show. That's exactly.
They're making fun out of the country
because this doesn't make sense. You tell us that we're begging for small more time.
You begging for small more time. You already know people. You say you got person of interest, but no person of interest. The law ain't got nothing to call person of interest.
And you are giving us instances where we have 100 million. That's not. It's
either the man is a suspect or he is not a suspect. Simple.
Seriously,
it is either he's a suspect or he's not a suspect. So you say you know people, and as you said before the weekend, they will arrest somebody.
Tomorrow is Friday. We have Saturday.
So you list down a lot of people there. You did not even and look, let me say this to our people. Part of the reason why the guys, I think, they do not want to arrest anybody because they think a kuku jumuku so kind of way. You made mistake. You pour hanger on me and me. I got criminal record.
I will call the other people when they need to not be easy.
Thank you. So the funny means to say, look, gentlemen, you're sorry, but they ain't got to get on somebody here.
So who is it going to be?
Thank you.
Who is going to be the sacrifice?
Who hang on them put a hanger on? Why the 90 million draw away hang on? Because that person too, that when the family will look at it and say, "Excuse me, Elisa, you why can we borrowing?
Matching me?
Why can we borrowing from to buy water?
You just
that you say your family will go to the jail and go tell you say you in drug business, that you say you selling 90 million drug. You why can be begging for water? Why you say some people can put a thing on you? Because there is no justification. Imagine the Ministry of Justice cannot tell the senators why they have not arrested anybody yet.
Oliver, I'll go back to what I said earlier on.
Can you imagine?
You have a clique of people, and this clique had a meeting. This clique decided what to say when the questions are asked. And this clique goes, and the questions are asked. Then you're careful because you don't want to say something that you did not,
Doggy.
Exactly.
But this, listen to this thing. Very funny. Very funny.
Honorable senators, we're begging for a little bit more time. When we came earlier, I was not doing ABC thing with y'all, but I want to ask each of you to tell us why you know the magnitude of being on the oath and perjury. Because they're hearing doesn't end. Someone is giving here and then noted to determine why you fallen under being on the oath. The question the protest asked and our police asking. After acting Attorney General of Liberia, the simple thing is if you arrest somebody for 8 hours to that part, you charge them the court. Either on a terrible offense or not terrible offense. Once you arrest somebody, you must be prepared to charge them. You can arrest people because it's not terrible, then you keep on investigating because after 48 hours, somebody can find habeas corpus.
Exactly.
But in this instance, let me repeat, in as much as this matter is not terrible, in as much as we want you to do your professional job, you cannot reason to be here because you have the drug they ever see. You have the place of discovery where it was, where it came from. You can't tell me that you don't have terrible costs to arrest. The people are not denying, but they don't want to tell you who and for, where it's coming from. They're here for them. Charge them to court. Let me see which court will put it outside.
And the reason why, Senator Dillon, the reason why they will not charge people to court because the people know who got it. They themselves know who then got it. So it may not just the handlers. The government know who they caught the drug with. The government know if we put the men who we caught the drug with in jail, the men will call those who got the drug. And those who got the drug are the men who are the big hands. And so they will not arrest anybody.
This is funny, I swear to God.
This is not only funny, it is terrible.
This is a reality show, I'm not going to lie.
Very terrible.
You listen to that lady.
More than African movie.
This is a little bit more time.
This is a thought-loss approach. That the thing they call Siwa government
The
is?
responsible government.
That the responsible government, yeah?
Educated, sophisticated.
The government that go to school, the government that know it better, the government where they're not playing. I wish your supporters are listening to the radio and listening to your voices. Can you imagine? To the point Delon is even angry.
It just started.
To the point Delon is even angry. You see Delon knocking the table. Pop, 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 pop. Man, you can do this to the country. It is already clear now that y'all know what's up and y'all don't want to call the names because you're afraid of what will happen. Let me say this to you. Anyway, how you're 10, the country will know who to do the drugs. If y'all want to start killing, y'all start killing you. And no matter how many human beings okay, the drugs information will say come up. So I know you're not even doing anything.
So I wasn't believing. Let me say my piece, right?
Good. Quickly, then we'll go to the lines.
Regardless of what the findings will be, regardless of the names that will be mentioned to be suspects, to be charged, or to be kept, regardless of whatever that is going to come out of this entire 19-point-something million drug situation, history will remember what people have said. History will remember that we did not shut up. We did not stay quiet. We kept asking the hard questions. And the same questions that we have been asking are the exact questions the senators are asking. So, same questions, different individuals. And these questions are posed to the joint security. It is clear that something is in the pipeline. And whatever that's in that very pipeline, the people know. And what they have decided to do. I'm saying this based on how they're answering these questions as though they are not prepared, as though they are scared to say something. They're scared to mess up. All these things you guys are doing. Liberians are here. We are here. And it will not go unpunished. If you're scared that if you're going to call a particular person's name, it means your job is over or whatever it is on you. But again, we have given you an opportunity to do your work professionally and independently without any fear nor favor. But you are abusing that particular opportunity given you. We're not using gun to say, no. You have had how many days, Oliver? Since the 9th of June, right?
22 days now.
Exactly. And today is the 2nd of July. You've had a couple of days. We're not fighting you with guns. We're using our words to say this is an opportunity for you, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, IG, OIC, Minister. This is an opportunity. And the people trusted you and said, please, y'all tell what happened with the drugs thing. That was respect. The second one, people were being patient. And now people are impatient. That's why you have all the fingers pointed in different directions. And the directions are aimed at people who are in this government. The first office, the second office, all these huge accusations. So this is an opportunity for you to prove even that Oliver la be main hina insa. This is an opportunity for you to prove my innocence, this person's innocence. This is it. But the fact that you keep dragging when they're asking you simple questions about why would not get nobody like arrested, then you say you want a little bit more time. They ask you why you not get nothing that can screen people to that area there to detect. You say no, negative. Then you get Greg on the other side saying they not even get office there. Don't explain anything about operational budget. Why are you people making fun?
But
like
a whole government where the president took drug tests that the government not get office to the airport.
Why are you making fun? This is not a comedy show. This is not a stand-up comedy show where you have people to pay for different performances because you want to smile, you want to laugh. Plenty of things happening in the country. You have to make the people fair. And we're not stopping you. Like I'm going right now. As I'm going, I'm sitting on the leap of faith. Biako, I know you're probably tired. because you're probably having sleepless nights. You're not sleeping because every now and then you're called, to have a briefing on the update, to give an update on the investigation and whatnot. But this is it, and the ball is in your court. This is an opportunity you still have. The weekend begins tomorrow, and Liberians are still waiting to know if what you said, like you will say you're naming people or you're arresting people, if la or la tomorrow, Saturday, and the other day would decide. But this rescue mission, it was not promised in one direction. It was promised across the board. And the fact that Mr. President was here when some of his people were pointing fingers at previous administration about the other Georgia, they don't even say, oh, it is alleged. They say, like, you bring it. And today you are here. So we beg you. You do the thing you're supposed to do. Now we're begging you. Maybe next week we'll not be here appealing. It may be something else we'll be saying. But that's how I would like to go. Mothers, I hope you're following. All of you who walked August of 2025, I hope you're following. Say no to drugs. What is next? We're still here on what is next. I will see you on Monday.
Okay, so that's what it is. We're going to be returning here on Monday. But before then, that is what the country is. Imagine our justice ministry can confirm whether they arrested somebody or not. And the only thing they are saying is that they're buying time. How many days the people should get? 22, yesterday was 21 days. 21 days. Even Ebola, when they catch you, that 21 days they can tell to observe you. You mean 21 days drugs where you caught, where you know where the drugs living? You know the room the drugs were in, and you cannot have anything on it? It's very unfortunate. Very, very disgusting. It is a shame. The government, from all indication, is not ready to tell us the truth. And that's what we Liberians are demanding. July 17, I'm told there is a protest. I may join the protest. Not from the radio, but in person. Because of this drug issue. And good, the protest will not be violent protest. It will be a protest to call on the government to be very decisive. The issue of drug is very concerning. The future generation of this country will perish if the government pay more attention to fighting the drug case. How come the government, where the president started taking drug tests on live radio, they started calling the president drug result and all? The president started calling it drug result. They started calling drug result for the president on radio, live on radio. The president. How come the government, where the president took drug tests live on Facebook, but the government is unable, unable to put one small machine to the airport to know whether drug in bag or not? The DEA said they don't even have an office space at the airport. Can you imagine? And the government said they're serious for the fight drugs. Anytime DEA have office to that airport. So we are done DEA many have places to that airport. How come they may not get nobody to the airport? No place to stay to the airport. So how are they working there? I'm disappointed in what the guys are doing. I wish some of the people who voted for this government thinking that they were doing the right thing, I wish they had a chance to engage their leaders and tell them how disappointed they are becoming. There are more people who are disappointed about how the government is moving. They are unable to say because some of them are ashamed of what's happening. Some of them do not have the chance to express it. But this is concerning. You can break people's heart like this. You hear me? You can break people's heart like this. You can break people's heart like the way you are doing it. The government is breaking a lot of people's heart. Too many people voted for this government, and the action of the government continue to break their heart. Continue to make them feel bad, to regret their decision to have stood in the line to vote for this government. You mean you preach against drugs and you came to power, drugs choking you? You cannot arrest the drug suspect because somewhere, somehow, those suspects are connected to the power that be. Then what was the essence of preaching the rescue mission? What was the essence of telling the people that there was a need to change the regime in the country when the very regime that is brought to power is unable to address the critical issues affecting the people of the country? See how you have disgraced Liberia. Delta Airlines today cannot pick up one plastic bag from Liberia because our country is being marked a drug hub thanks to the United Party government under President Bouaka, thanks to the Joint Security under Oswald Twe, thanks to Biago, who I believe know the truth, who I believe know what's up, but he's been tailored. He's been guided. He's been made to dance to the tune of those who want to plunge this country into a narcotic state. Thanks to you all, that Liberia cannot be referred to by Delta Airlines as a vulnerable destination for drugs. And the Justice Ministry will go to the Senate and refuse to say why they have not arrested somebody yet, although they know who else the drugs were in before you go to the airport. They know which company were building the drugs to ship it. They know who then drove the drug to the airport. And how the hell you know all of these people and you cannot have an individual in jail, in prison, in accordance with the drug law of our country? When we say it and you talk fitija, you act fitigetic about it, you do tabata all over the place. It's disappointing. It is so disappointing. But let's take calls. We'll take this quick break. When we come back, we'll take calls and be out of here. Oh yeah. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let's take this quick break and be right back.
Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stop, keeping us safe. Let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping.
Okay, 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation on 87.9. The first batch of callers. This person, hello, how are you? How you doing? Quickly, no time.
Thank you, God. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
Yeah, let me say hello to say Leza. The official spokesperson by the Brensel movement. William W. John Carwell.
Go ahead, William.
To see and displaying to see President Bouaka running the country this way. Those men who pre yesterday that he's coming over to rescue the brave people. That the young people are dying with drugs in the street. We are coming that there will be no drugs in the bureau. So suffering today for running around the last time having said drug test, playing fire and said, so that people playing for hours. Good news to that kind. The Brensel movement tomorrow, I think tomorrow morning we'll be heading to the court. To come and see our house where we find a drug in. Because the law said that whenever you find house in, you find drug in any house, you must become a student and sell it, get the money to DA. So then when we do it, we have the right of people who do it for the people.
Thank you.
Government. I can't find to rescue the people. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll take the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Hello, how are you? How you doing? Hello, leave the radio. Let's hear you.
Okay.
Please leave your radio. When you call, leave your radio.
I'm sorry. I'm calling from Bannerville.
Bannerville, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Okay. On hearing this drugs issue, I can see very, very high. And the government of Joseph Bouaka is responsible for the drugs business. If Bouaka cannot solve this problem and they have people of interest, the Justice Minister should resign. Bouaka should resign. And we will take on our country to carry. We will have so many things to rule our country. We cannot have drugs in the country and disgrace our country that we have people backing people for selling drugs in the country, disgracing our nation. Because they are street person don't know that they come for us. This country CNN sent to prison. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From Banave, John, Banave, we'll leave you right there. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, KOAK. Thank you for taking me. I'm Abby Johnson calling from Togo District of Police, chairman for the Portland Library for Justice.
Go ahead.
The president is not serious. Because if the president was serious to go address cabinet meeting, the first thing will be sacking Greg Ekuma and the DEA boss. Greg Ekuma insulted the senator yesterday in plenary. Greg Ekuma can be DEA boss and the senior police director. He won't be NSA director. It don't work like that. Now, the NSA will be questioning Greg. Because Greg he know about this drugs. Because as the brother said, everywhere you find drugs, that property automatically is for government. You seize it and sell it and turn the policy over to the DA. Or you get a building to the DA when you use it for the operation. You take care of major building that carry over 50 million worth of drugs, talking about 18 million worth of drugs, and then the president is shooting people coming to do recitation, repeating what he said when the case on national address. The president found the drugs. The president understand the whole operation because everybody that was arrested for drugs, you see they and Baka get photo. So I will not say that Baka is involved with the drugs. Baka paid $3.3 billion mansion in Ria. What are you taking the money for? Baka paid $10 million mansion in Syria that made dignity our land. Also today, they get SP, don't get the money for our land, for our property. What is the money for?
Thank you. Thank you. We cannot independently confirm that one from you. But let's talk to the person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Hello?
Hello, how are you? All of you, when you call the radio, please leave your radio. When you call, please leave your radio.
Okay, sorry. You okay?
Go ahead now, quickly.
Okay, thank you for the show. Okay. You know, first of all, this government is irresponsible. Because I can recall recently during George Weah administration, they used to say all sorts of things. It was for that background that during one election. Now and the 19.2 million drugs saga is still lingering. KOK will have to be here. You know what I mean? If the president something that they brought out no drugs, you see RG, just in one sense, you know what I mean? Regularly, every post question and they try to intercept or answer the first question. We'll have to be here.
We cannot confirm that. We cannot confirm that from you, but we'll leave you right there and talk to the other person. Thank you very much. We'll leave you and talk to the person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening. Quickly, let's hear you. Oh no! We cannot take you. Let's take Man CC quickly. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay.
Let's hear you, man.
This is how to Alexa and I saw Andrew. Okay. I beg you, please say Alexa. Let us say all this more. When you don't force it. You know what I'm talking about.
To the issue.
Okay, to the issue. What did you put there? What would you put there? What your friend you put there was what they were arrested. When the 3 almost 1 month, what was he? And then I say, what to I look at function to go talk to the poor government, right? That would beg you, please forgive us. You can't do this to the country, okay? They say your three best friends went to Capitol Building after that fire case. They even ask questions, they go know what happened there. That man pulled a man behind, talking behind and shooting for the president. That was asking case. They got all the evidence what I've today. Saint Jackson what was there behind him. They arrested targets with 50 take off for the police. So they are telling all the people that were in interest. So they were telling us they can be arrested. Then you go to Capitol Building, insulting leaders there. And you think you are doing it. So I'm calling on Biago. Like you just said, we'll go on Facebook, we'll see it there. I'm calling on Biago. Let him fortune set him right. He might not die with Baka dragging him to the grave or to hell with help on his head. Let him set the fortune for once. Then you look at Chef we are there. After we put on Chef, they say you are a man. You got to go back. Look, all the people are down from Jordan will go back for what it is there, from Biago. That just get on, we will keep here. You got to go and set the people right. Let him tell us, if you can't make it, then you resign. Before you resign, if you can lose that job, no problem. What will be there for him? But let him stay as a one, other men that left, they want to fire from job. But when he said, I will not apologize, and will say, yes, he did, and I will say my word. When he gets somebody, he apologized. When he went back, he went to bed. The person was setting him free. The same way, he said, go and tell the person, you're not apologize to anybody. If you lose your job, tomorrow, the person will set you, the one will tell you, say, yeah, they met you by his people. But the Biako will say, he's shaking your hair, wiping your ass. If you no one know, start wiping your ass, Biako. Do the right thing.
Thank you.
Do the right thing. Don't down with Baka, Jackie, whatever. He is great. Thank you.
We'll leave you right there, man, Sissy. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So did I get me to the airport to carry the draw? They get got to go in what would they say? Here, you go look on draw. That's what we're living now. They say that the Maija. Papa, you have a question. And I have to say, you can put, go ahead. You can say that over there, the people say that too. You are a senator. Because you are in United Party. You woman, why put your money inside? I don't know. Yes, I'll be talking. You go ahead, and I don't want to get a copy. You don't want your talent, it's not damage. I want to damage it. Did I get me see? To tell the see the way carry. You get me see. You have to come up. You have to go care out. Blah. That's country. But you only love me. You only are. The power can change any time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ma'am Bessie. We'll leave you. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you. Edmaka, concerned Liberian for justice. You see, God has a own way of punishing people for their action. And this is a sign that the Unity Party guys need to be punished by God. And the reason why you saw the police IG intersecting everything, it just suggests that he close to the $19 million or somebody that you know that is very close to the $19 million worth of cocaine. Because what was he intersecting? And what was he angry about? When they started to talk about suspending all of them, that's the only way we will get the root of the whole $19.2 million worth of cocaine. He got angry because they talk about suspending him. Why are you howling? Here we are now. The American airline, one of the airlines are rejecting cargo coming from Liberia, and once they start doing so, other airlines will follow. Why a Brussels follow? What's going to happen to Liberia? Are we not going back to the Chancellor Day where you could go to Africa, Ghana before you get connecting flight? This is what we don't want. So I don't care how long they want to keep the names of the people that are involved, along the international community are part of it. The names have to come out. Like Biako, and not only you're one talking about Biako. I also visited other radio stations. They are explaining the posture of Biako today. And you can die with people when they want you to die with them. If you know that anything is arising, you want to talk something, you can quietly walk to the American embassy and see for a salad and tell everything that is happening and save yourself. Or else you are going to commit suicide, which was for we don't want that to happen.
God forbid. Thank you. God forbid. We'll leave you right there. Edmaka. Let's take 2 more calls. Yes, let's take 2 more calls on this particular topic. Then we'll be wrapping up for the week. This person, go ahead. Good evening. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Thomas Nomeni Eba. I'm calling you from ERWA Peaceville.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Okay. Yesterday, when I saw Gregory Common, the IG of police, who his leadership in less than 3 years has killed more innocent people than mosquito killing people. When I saw him insulting the government yesterday on camera, he asked me and I tried to retrospect on the decision that Omeo did when they were recruiting police. Can you imagine Omeo rejected Gregory Common because he's an ex-soldier? Those are things that those people were looking at that today we are facing. How will Gregory Common, an RG of police, trying to protect drug leader? You know, he trying to defend the Emmanuel Senior, who they alleged that he was the one that was transporting a drug. You heard him trying to defend him that he's a student who was paid to carry Athens. That clearly showcases that the entire government is involved in this epidemic because the drug law is clear. Those guards who are responsible for the according person of interest should have been in prison by now while they are awaiting the trial. But you see, no arrests have been done. So it's just saddening that our country has turned out a drugs country. Thank you so much for ending my voice.
Thank you very much. We'll take the last two, then we'll call you a day. This person, 1 minute. Okay, let's leave you and talk to the other one. Go ahead, quickly. Let's hear you.
Okay. I want to ask you. But then come on, tell you all that they may have for how are you reported they may buy for carry. So no carry student can tell you. I was trying to tell that the government what they pay the chicken for all tell you all that they may in my so buy for how are you reported is a degree holder. The men do it, they pass down to come and take care of what I want when they come on running on the diet for. Okay, let them come on doing before council work. Let's see them play when they play for okay, but they come on and what are they job? Why you want to do the council work? Yes, or they come and point to the job.
We do not know that for a fact. We do not know that for a fact, but that's your opinion. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. We'll talk to the last person. Go ahead. You're the last caller on this line.
Yeah, good afternoon, okay.
Quickly.
Yeah, it's our bar calling for justice, they concern Labrador for justice. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Labrador was serious country, they grab for more. You never be police director, but now. Then yesterday, when you instruct the senator, then, he's a be police director. Waka having meeting, making 4 hours Labrador people talking down there. They say, oh, thing, they're talking from the time they arrested the draw. And they say, oh, thing, no change. Let me tell you, okay? They drop it, they can't go like last time, yes. If they drop it, they will leave it. A broadcasting that they will play for, they will play for our local country bowler. Until I hear you play for, that you use the drug to come to power. Until you play for our, it will leave it. It will not leave it, broadcast. If you listen to me, do not stop it. Grab government was sharpen your weapon. Because the way you kill in John and you insult the senator, I know you kill millions of people because we can't out. We can ring and we send a message to international community. They'll trust them kind of investigate. We want independent investigation, so investigate. Who bring the trust here? They'll draw broadcast, you say, to come to power. You say you will fight trust, but the trust are taken from your country, going to their country. Our story are coming, we don't want to be buried. They'll draw go UK, over far away, they don't leave for you, go UK. So you come and the measure country embassy. All the embassy, the measure carry, then they can't investigate. Before and the only way to say for international people, can't investigate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the last person. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, okay.
Quickly, no time.
I don't want for people to be talking about the police IG insulted senator. Let me just tell you what happened to the drugs business. The reason why the police director got to tell the Senator Kuka, you talk loosely, is yesterday the police IG, he was the senior cover for them. When they took the chair from the Capitol building, when they went in, Senator Kuka was part of that gang leader at that time. So now, they help them at that time and cover them up. So now he want to be talking against Gwepe and Gwepe, so the double can look at Gwepe to be bad person. And what are all of them? They're in the same boat. So I don't want to hear people saying, oh, the insulted senator. So Senator Kuka, may say like food that they cook in tomato cup. So the police are dishing out with good steak.
Thank you. We'll leave it right there. Let's talk to the last caller. You're the last caller. Let's hear you and go home.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. This is Thomas N. Sabo, member of the Concern Librarian for Justice, and I'm phoning from Johnsonville. Okay, when Gabriel Kumo start getting people gracious, we school in, how they struggling, and who start reporting to Gabriel Kumo about the livelihood of librarian. The last time I checked, Andrew Lawson, John Yanti, they were all struggling. And Gabriel Kumo, when he said they were responsible for the burning of Capitol building, he went and put this guy in jail without any investigation because he said they were linked to the incident. But humanity's vision is called right-handed transporting jobs, and Gabriel Kumar is here romanticizing things here, saying, oh, a boy, it's just a kid, somebody gave him this, and to carry, he carrying, and you tell you are a friend. Guy, who does that? If Gabriel Kumar thinks he's smarter than all I've in this country, Gabriel Kumar thinks he will be the
only men in this country to just be doing damage control that aren't smart enough to detect.
Let's go home.
Okay, let me conclude on this. This is just a reminder to Gregory Cuomo and his George Cartier. Gregory Cuomo went to the UK to prepare home for all these guys, the Marco Brown you're talking about, all these guys. Gregory Cuomo giving them safe home, and the government is responsible for the accommodation. They are everything, including the family.
You don't have evidence for that until you bring the evidence.
I'm telling you.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. But again, that's what it is. That's what it is. We got to go home. Again, the government will have to demonstrate at all levels that she is serious about the drug issue. But from what we are witnessing, the government is still joking, and there is no way we can pacify that.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money.
We're gonna return on Monday.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food.
The Liberian Republic is confronted with drugs.
Go to school, cause no more money.
The government is still confused. The government is not telling you what you need to know. And until those issues can be disclosed fully to the people of our country, there is a need for the government to speak out. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye from our end.